Nothing is ever as it seems in Beauty in Black. Just when you think the truth is clear, hidden secrets rise from the shadows. Season 2 Part 2 ended with questions that shook fans to their core. Loyalties were tested, betrayals revealed, and a shocking twist left everyone wondering who can truly be trusted. Every smile hid a plan, every silence carried a threat, and every action hinted at a larger puzzle that only now begins to make sense. In this breakdown, we'll explore every detail of the ending, uncover the hidden clues, and connect the dots that reveal the real story behind the darkness. Season 2 of Beauty in Black took a darker turn from the very first episode of Part 2, pushing characters to face their deepest fears and revealing the cracks in relationships that seemed unbreakable. The tension began with the fallout from the Part 1 finale, where trust had already started to fray. Key characters who once appeared loyal began showing signs of doubt and ambition, each taking steps that would eventually lead to the climax. One of the most striking developments was the rise of hidden agendas. It became clear that some characters were playing a long game, manipulating events behind the scenes while keeping a facade of innocence. A series of confrontations escalated quickly, starting with a heated argument that exposed old grudges and long-buried secrets. This argument wasn't just a simple disagreement, it was the spark that lit a chain of events connecting back to seemingly unrelated moments earlier in the season. Small but important visual clues were scattered throughout these episodes, such as a brief glance at a symbolic object, or a fleeting reaction that hinted at knowledge the audience wasn't fully aware of yet. Each character's choices started to feel heavier, not just because of the immediate consequences, but because they carried the weight of prior actions and unseen motives. The writers carefully layered these moments to create tension that would pay off in the finale. Alongside this character tension, the story continued to explore the dark mysteries at the heart of the series. Secrets tied to the central conflict surfaced in subtle ways, like cryptic messages, strange encounters, and whispered warnings. Viewers might have missed these during the first watch, but they became crucial when analyzing the ending. Interpersonal dynamics shifted constantly, friendships were tested, alliances formed and broke, and even moments of tenderness were tinged with suspicion. One of the pivotal sequences involved a hidden betrayal where a character's public loyalty contradicted their private actions. This moment not only shocked the audience, but also set up the final conflict, showing how deeply hidden motives could influence events. At the same time, smaller storylines contributed layers to the narrative, giving viewers hints about potential outcomes. Side characters who seemed minor at first began revealing connections to main plot points, hinting that nothing in Beauty in Black is coincidental. Episodes were packed with subtle foreshadowing, such as repeated symbols or mirrored dialogues, that suggested a larger theme of duality and hidden identity. By the middle of Part 2, the pace accelerated as secrets collided. Conflicts that had simmered slowly throughout the season erupted into action, forcing characters to make decisions that revealed their true selves. Some showed courage, others weakness, and some surprised everyone with cunning and ruthlessness. These turning points created a sense of inevitability, as though the story was moving toward a conclusion that had been quietly hinted at all along. The final episodes before the season's climax focused heavily on unraveling mysteries that had seemed unsolvable. Characters uncovered clues that pointed to a larger conspiracy, while others struggled with moral dilemmas that challenged their sense of identity and loyalty. The tension between appearance and reality became the season's central theme, illustrated through dialogues loaded with double meanings, secretive glances, and symbolic actions. Relationships reached breaking points, forcing characters to confront their fears, desires, and past mistakes. As the episodes progressed, the audience could sense that everything was converging toward a revelation, with every action, every whispered word, and every hidden glance contributing to the larger puzzle. By the finale, Part 2 had masterfully built an intricate web of suspense, leaving viewers both satisfied and anxious, eager to understand the significance of every twist and turn. The culmination of these events laid the groundwork for the ending, where hidden truths would finally surface, revealing how much had been orchestrated behind the scenes and which characters truly held power. In the shadows, the ending of Beauty in Black Season to Part 2 was a carefully orchestrated collision of all the threads that had been building throughout the season, where every secret, betrayal, and hidden motive finally came to light. The finale opens with tension thick in the air as characters converge on the pivotal locations where earlier events had sown seeds of suspicion. The first shocking revelation comes when a character who had appeared loyal throughout the season is exposed as having secretly manipulated events to their advantage, revealing a long-standing plan that had been carefully concealed in previous episodes. This betrayal changes the dynamics immediately, forcing alliances to shift, trust to shatter, and power to redistribute among the remaining players at the same time. Subtle visual cues from earlier episodes, glances, objects, or recurring phrases resurface, confirming hints that viewers might have noticed but dismissed at first. The confrontation sequences are layered with emotional intensity, showing not only the clash of intentions, but also the psychological complexity of each character, decisions made in the past, sometimes minor or seemingly inconsequential now, have massive consequences, demonstrating the writer's attention to continuity and foreshadowing. As the plot advances, the audience sees the culmination of multiple storylines simultaneously. Personal vendettas reach their peak unresolved, tensions explode, and characters are forced to confront the outcomes of choices they made while blinded by pride, fear, or desire. The climax itself is structured as a chain reaction. One pivotal action triggers another, leading to a series of revelations that expose hidden agendas, secret relationships, and previously unseen connections between characters. A major turning point occurs when a character's true identity is revealed, overturning assumptions held by both the audience and other characters, and reframing events that had seemed straightforward. This moment sheds a light on earlier mysterious behavior and reveals why certain choices were made, casting new shadows on past scenes and forcing viewers to reconsider what they thought they knew. Throughout the finale, the narrative balances suspense with clarity, slowly unveiling layers of intrigue without overwhelming the audience, so that each reveal feels earned. There are moments of quiet tension where characters exchange subtle gestures or coded words, emphasizing the importance of perception and deception in the story. The resolution is partial, leaving enough unanswered questions to maintain suspense, while providing clarity on the season's main conflicts. Key emotional beats are highlighted through confrontation, confession, and moments of vulnerability, ensuring that the ending is not only about plot mechanics, but also about character growth and concept. Once the use of symbolic elements, objects, locations, and recurring imagery reinforces the season's themes of duality, secrecy, and the thin line between trust and betrayal. By the conclusion, viewers can see how meticulous planning, hidden alliances, and calculated risks converged to shape the outcome, revealing the true architects of the chaos and the forces that remained in control. The final's power lies in its duality. It resolves major arcs while teasing future complications, providing answers to pressing questions while leaving enough mystery to fuel speculation about the next season. Characters who once appeared powerless gain agency in unexpected ways, while those who seemed secure find their positions destabilized, illustrating the series' ongoing focus on unpredictability and moral complexity. The final moments tie together suspense, emotional resonance, and narrative payoff, solidifying the season's overarching themes and establishing a clear foundation for what might come next, all while inviting viewers to re-examine every previous scene with a new understanding of the hidden strategies and motives that shape the story. One of the most fascinating aspects of Season 2 Part 2 is how the ending rewards viewers who paid attention to the subtle clues hidden throughout the episodes. From the very beginning of Part 2, the show planted visual and narrative hints that seemed insignificant at first but became crucial in understanding the finale. Certain props, such as an object repeatedly appearing in key scenes, actually symbolize deeper motives and secrets tied to the central conflict. For example, a seemingly ordinary book or artifact in a character's possession is later revealed to contain a hidden message or map that guided their actions in the shadows, explaining behaviors that had puzzled the audience. Similarly, fleeting glances and unspoken reactions were deliberately designed to foreshadow betrayals and alliances. A raised eyebrow, a lingering look, or a quick glance at another character often indicated knowledge or suspicion that wouldn't be explicitly revealed until the final episodes. Dialogue also carried double meanings, with certain phrases repeated in different contexts, serving as subtle nods to overarching themes like revenge,